Hey guys, welcome back to Fantasy Tip. Julian here for another Drops episode. This one for week 16. Before we get started, guys, drop a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We are getting so close to 7,000 subscribers. So if you've been watching these videos and you still haven't subscribed, please consider doing so because it would mean the world to me to hit that number 7,000. Wow, can't believe that I'm almost there already. Let's jump into the content without wasting any more time, and let's start with some forwards that you can consider dropping. First on the list is Tyler Toffoli, and he's playing on the top line with Nico Hischier and Jesper Bratt. Now, Tyler Toffoli was amazing to have on your team earlier in the season. He was playing with Jack Hughes and was absolutely tearing it up. When Jack Hughes was injured, he didn't really do as well, and once again, guys, Jack Hughes has come down with an injury. So Tyler Toffoli has been pretty much ice cold, and Hischier's been okay, but really playing on that line hasn't done him as much good as playing with Jack Hughes. Tyler Toffoli to me is a drop only in 8 to 10 man leagues. I definitely wouldn't drop him in leagues that are deeper than that. 11, 12 guys, don't drop Toffoli. But if you are in an 8-man or a 10-man league, he's definitely someone that you can consider dropping because right now he's doing nothing for you and he's really hurting your team. Personally, I had him in an 8-man and I dropped him. Next, I have Johnny Gaudreau of the Columbus Blue Jackets, and I don't know why still 50% of you are hanging on to Johnny Gaudreau. He's pretty much useless in all league formats at this point. He's no good, and there's definitely someone better on the waiver wire available for you. Listen, Teuvo Teravainen has his highs and his lows. When he's hot, he's definitely rosterable. When he's not, he's kind of rough to have on your roster. He's one of those guys that it doesn't really hurt if you drop him that much because there's always equivalent stuff on the waiver wire. So if you see someone out there that you like a little bit better than Teravainen, he's definitely droppable. Especially if you're trying to win the week and you need him to just make moves. Teravainen is droppable in most league formats at this point, even though he is playing on that top line with Sebastian Aho. Evan Rodriguez is a tough one to hold right now because he's playing on the third line, even with Barkov injured. He's still not even playing in the top 6 in Florida. They got Lusterine and Lundell there. So when Barkov comes back, he's going to take Lundell's spot, and Rodriguez probably still going to play on that third line with Lundell, which is not great deployment, and he hasn't really been producing there. He's droppable at this point as well. And finally, while Anders Lee is playing on the top line in New York with Barzal and Horvat, he's not getting top power play time. So while he might have a game where he scores a couple goals, he then goes a couple games in a row, like 2, 3, 4, 5 games in a row without doing anything. So Anders Lee's definitely droppable if there's someone out there you like a little bit better. If you're in a deeper league, probably hold on to him. But if you're in a league where there's some pretty good stuff on the waiver wire, Anders Lee is a definite guy that you can drop. Jumping into defensemen now, and first on the list I have Jacob Chikrin, and don't freak out on me. I know his ceiling is incredibly high, and he's shown it a couple of times this year, but when he goes cold, man, he is rough to hold onto your team. At this point, I'm only recommend dropping him if you're in an 8-man, maybe a 10-man league, but definitely not deeper than that. Because once he starts going off again, he's someone that you're going to be wanting to add quickly. So don't drop him in deeper leagues because someone's probably going to, risk the ad and hope that he turns things around. He was dropped in a deeper league, and trust me, I immediately put a waiver claim weeks and weeks ago, and then he went super hot for a while, and now he's cold again. He's just one of those guys that kind of does that kind of thing. But definitely his upside is there, so don't drop him if you're in a deep league. Dougie Hamilton at 71% rostered. If you need the IR space, I would consider dropping him. He's probably not going to play this year until the playoffs. The Devils are probably going to use that cap space, assuming they make the playoffs, to add some players to help them make a run in the playoffs. So I don't expect Dougie Hamilton to play again this year, so definitely he's droppable if you need the IR room. Oliver Ekman-Larsson, I mean, he goes hot for a couple games now and then, but he's not someone who deserves to be rostered in 30% of leagues. He's pretty much useless for the most part. Torrey Krug, while he does get top power play in St. Louis, he doesn't really do a whole lot peripheral-wise, and even point-wise doesn't put up points all that often. So if there's somebody else out there that you like, Torrey Krug is definitely droppable. And finally, Ben Sherratt's now up to 15% roster, which is fine because this past week, Detroit had a really good schedule, but Sherratt, I mean, his floor is pretty decent, but the ceiling is not really there, so he's definitely someone who's droppable for another defenseman out there. And that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching all the way through. If you enjoyed the content today, please drop a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We are so close to 7,000 subscribers, and I'm so excited. Thanks again, guys, and I'll catch you in the next episode of Fantasy Tipped.